to Pillar 8 of My Brain is Dead. was, it's like my brain was dead for a moment. It's like, wait. I know it's the W. Anyways, so welcome to Pillar 8. So today we have a different platform where we're using a Restream. So it's making the process much easier. Usually it would take us like what, 5 minutes before like everyone is merged in, but it's
Yeah.
really helping us to be more organized this time. So anyways, so welcome to Pillar 8, Law of Attraction and Manifestation. So I am excited about this topic. So let's do some check-ins for today. How is the energy feeling for you today?
Who's
Both of
starting?
you.
I'll go. I don't care. Today, yeah, lots of joy. Less nervous system, kind of shaky feeling. I had a lot of that in the last couple of days, but less today. Drinking lots of lavender tea to help with that. Lots of grounding needed. But things are moving very quickly, like coming up, surrendering, and leaving very, very quickly. How about you, Desiree?
Okay, so um, it's really interesting because I feel things moving fast. So it's like when I'm in a mood, I switch faster than what I usually do because I have a very like watery energy, so sometimes it moves very slowly. But right now, it just feels like it shifts pretty fast. And I definitely have been feeling the new beginnings things because I basically had to overhaul my meditations. And it was like, okay, we're going to switch the way that you do things. We're just basically going to take the rug from under you and just go. And I was like, okay. So I felt really unstable in that, but I see why that happened. And I was just like, oh, I thought I had a stable structure, but I guess not. So I basically had to start over in a sense. But it definitely felt like a rebirthing for me. So yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean, the death had to happen, but now it's like, okay, I see what we're doing here. But yeah, that's how it's feeling for me. How about you, Maya?
So this week's energy feels more like throat chakra and ear energy expansion. For me, I just say like collectively, for me it feels really good. I wouldn't say I feel dark or negative, but I feel like this is a good energy. Throat chakra, like I said, throat chakra is opening, ears expansion, head space opening.
Okay,
It
that's
feels like it's to me. It feels more heightened this week, which is more heightened. And then I'm still getting more like heart expansion, downloads, and uploads. So that's what I'm feeling this week. I feel like this is for me with the solstice. It feels like it's shooting me in another direction. So it feels like like the past couple of weeks, before solstice was like it's that Pisces energy, and to me it felt like it was telling me like the entire the past couple of weeks, like the last 4 weeks, like these are all opportunities that you could take. That's what I felt like. You can go this way or that way. But then like when the solstice, and when the solstice came, then it was like, this is what you will be. This is what you are. And like, ha! I was just laughing about it. And I was just laughing. It was just showing me like these are opportunities that you could have taken. And this is what your energy is like when you're, up and down, up and down. And it for me was observing, but it also helped me with those last couple of weeks was to see myself in a different way. And for me, like right now, I'm in this week where it's like, I was working on my throat, and like the moon and the solstice really pushed all that energy out. And it was kind of death, but not really a death. It was just kind of like a transmutation of a death, meaning that I don't die, but then I use the energy of death to rebirth myself and to shift everything around me. So that kind of shifted my eye and my consciousness and my perspective. Shifted that, and some timelines were opened, and then there's like old timelines closing, new programming's opening, and these new programs that are opening, it's like I didn't even know I had that in me. like it was like a different throat chakra, because throat chakra usually I'm used to singing, so now it's like talking and speaking. I'm like, I didn't even know I had that type of voice. Okay, once they're done, guys. But that's what it is. So collectively, like I said, for the collectives, it's really normal to feel like death is here, but it's not really a death you're going. It's kind of like a transmutation of death, meaning that a old part of you is just ending, but you're using that energy to, you're using that energy for something else. So a lot of people should be experiencing, like a new doorway, ideas, things are coming to you. It's really normal to feel a lot of heart expansion. You may feel like, oh my gosh, this is so much energy. So your heart is expanding. It's normal to have a lot of migraines and headaches at this time. Just feeling like blah, or like throwing up. You may be purging. You may also, sometimes you feel the blah is because your body is overloaded with energies. It's great at the same time, but the physical is like, it's so much. That's really normal. So just take a lot of rest, take proper care of your body, be grounded. I just say rest is really good this week. If you're kind of like fire energy, like I said, if you are a fire energy, this energy is good, because you feeling like you feel so good with all that fire energy. It's like rah, all that rawness. And it's normal, with the collectives. After all that purging, you'll know when yours is passed over, because first, before it passes over, you feel like shit. You feel like like all this rage, all the darkness, like the darkest mind you never knew that you really had inside. What do you guys call it? The darkest mind you never knew that you had that in you, and then it explodes, or then it releases, and then you feel like super light, like, oh, I can move on now. So that's really normal. A lot of ascension, downloads, upgrades. Your brain could feel like it's have a lot of headaches. Your brain may feel like boom, boom. When are you gonna leave me alone? No, just kidding. What about Desiree? What about the energy update? What can you tell us?
Well, along with what you were talking about, I think all of us were talking about, it's just, there's just a whole, the energy just feels like a whole rebirthing process. Starting tomorrow, there's going to be this whole, this shift where Pluto's really far from us, so it moves slowly. So this is kind of like since 2008 was the last time that it moved into another sign. So now its process is starting tomorrow, where it's going to shift from Capricorn to Aquarius, and then go back into Capricorn, and then back to Aquarius, like this whole year. And then finally land in Aquarius next year. So what's happening is basically we're shifting from experiencing transformations in materialism, finances, laws, and regulations and authority into more of this very communal energy, very humanitarian, independent, freedom oriented, being more in your authenticity, and reaching the technology age. So things are really going to go when it comes to technology. But we're going to be experiencing some good transformations. And it's about time too, because we definitely need to be looking out for our people. Like back in the days when we were very tribal, we need to be looking out for them, and think more on the I just feel a very good shift happening, coming from like the whole religious, like structure in that way, where it's just very elusive, to more of like, okay, we have to actually have a relationship, a healthy relationship with ourselves and other people. And we have to basically break down all the things that we've learned in this very like religious, no offense to religion, religious type of mentality of being very like boxy, and coming into more of like a recognizing our inner power, and then also looking out for other people, and having the capacity to do that too. So yeah, that's what's happening in the near future, the coming weeks.
Awesome. All right.
So yeah, so shall we get into it?
Yeah, pillar 8, using the law of attraction with manifestation. So just this is pillar 8 of our 8. We are finishing up the series of manifestation, and we'd just like to do a little recap. So pillar 1, we talked about some of the myths of manifestation to set the stage. And pillar 2, or week 2, we worked through why shadow work is important in the cycle and the process of manifesting. Then we talk more specifically in pillar 3 about the differences between dark and balanced manifesting. And so there is quite a bit of difference, and it's good just to know kind of what you're manifesting and what kind of energies you're using. In pillar 4, we talked about the importance of our own personal power and in using that in the manifesting process. And then on pillar 5, or week 5, we talked about restoring, the importance of restoring and how to restore your inner power in the manifestation process. Pillar 6, we talked about manifesting with magic and how magic is part of every being, every soul. It's embedded into our DNA. And we just have to go through a few layers to get at our own unique version of that magic. And pillar 7, which was last week, we talked about planting the seeds of manifesting, and it's how important it is to nurture and grow, and the process of what that means, the definition of what that means. What does it mean, like the seed, the idea, to seed the idea, that kind of thing. And so this week, we're talking about the law of attraction and manifestation. So you might ask, question 1, our first question of the night, what is the law of attraction? It is defined simply as the ability to attract things to you. So it's an attraction. It's an attraction like a magnetic force. The law of attraction works with the laws of karma, and it mirrors your karmic actions, your karmic thoughts, your karmic beliefs back to you. The law of attraction projects a magnetic wavelength energy. So what this means is if you think positively, it acts and attracts in a positive energy towards you. If you think negatively, it attracts negative energy. The law of attraction attracts frequency of your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions, and any projection. It's a reflection of you, like a mirror of your karma. So that is the law of attraction. And there's a lot of conversation in the spiritual community about the law of attraction. I think there's kind of 2 main camps, really, or maybe 3, let's just say 3. Those that firmly believe that everything is based on the law of attraction, everything, and the other camp is, the law of attraction doesn't exist, that's crap. And the other camp would be, oh, I'm not sure, I'm on the fence, I'm undecided. But over the years, that's been kind of my observation of that spiritual community and how the law of attraction intertwines and blends with us. Mai, how about question 2?
So question 2, what are the benefits of using the law of attraction to manifest? So the law of attraction helps manifest faster. helps seeds ideas and thoughts for manifestation, shows what your true intentions are, which is, the seeds, or if you're in pain, happiness. Other benefits is transformation, fertilizing the seeds of ideas, teaching them how to become a creator of their reality. So kind of like you wanted to be a creator, co-creating your reality. Teaches them how to be our gardeners. Same thing, bringing things into frutations or cultivating stuff. It Other benefits is learns the laws of attraction and how it works. It can be used for anything such as soul work, shadow work, manifesting abundance, restoring your inner spirit, manifesting themselves. So the benefits of that law of attraction is, when it comes to the law of attraction, it could be used for anything mostly. Other benefits is to increase wisdom and intellect, meaning like if you want to bring more wisdom, want to learn how to do things, want to be more knowledgeable how things work. Other ones is connects you to what you want to attract to. And another benefit is the law of attraction is like a main road. The law of attraction is like a main road with multiple doorways. So with that saying that, the law of attraction is this road, it's like the main highway, and there's multiple doorways to this highway, and each doorway has something for you. So that is the benefits of law of attraction.
Thank you, Maya. So question 3 is, why doesn't the law of attraction work for me? So I know the when I first came into learning about spirituality and learning about the law of attraction, it was said that the law of attraction works when you think things into existence. When you believe it, when you carry that frequency, you attract what you desire, the frequency of what you desire. But when that thing that you're trying to attract does not actually come to you, you may think that it's not working for you, but that's not the case. What's happening here is that the law of attraction is working. It works for everyone. Most people who think it doesn't work receives a negative outcome or something that they wouldn't really want or expect. So this is due to our belief systems. Like, you can actually believe it, quote unquote, but you're not actually believing it. It's like you are trying to get into that like feeling or that sense of the thing that you want to attract, but really there might be like a lack of inner trust behind that. There might be some self-doubt. There might be some, oh, I don't deserve this, like working behind the scenes that you might not even be aware of at the time. So this is an example of inner soul work that needs to be completed, related to an inner wound coming from maybe perhaps like family or friends. So if you, for example, if you know someone who puts someone down each time to lower their confidence, this is the healing that you need to open up to the law of attraction in a balanced way. So you say that it doesn't work for you, but you're really putting yourself down first before you actually can attract that to you. So check on your belief systems if you don't feel that it's actually working for you for your favor. Check on your belief systems, heal the wounds that may need healing. Really look internally and see if there's any like doubt that you just don't trust yourself to receive this, or you just don't trust that you can actually attract this into your life. There may be some false projections and illusions that you're manifesting the attraction of false projections of a darker reality, that it's not real because it's easier for you. So you can't see the truth about yourself, maybe because you're so used to this one way of thinking or believing, or this felt sense. Because when we're in this space of like denial, for example, sometimes with people it's easier to go there because it's a very deep wound, and you're just acting out of, instead of really digging deeper to to find out why you might not be attracting what you actually truly want to attract into your life. So really take a good look at your internal environment, but also learn discernment when it comes to becoming influenced by other people, just maybe like the people in your family that might think negatively about you, or or what you're doing, or the people in society or culture, certain groups. So really come into this space of getting to know how the law of attraction works based on your, like, what you are attracting based on your energy, your frequency. So
Yeah. Question 4. Someone walks up to you and says, "Hey, the law of attraction isn't really working for me." What is your response? So we're each going to answer that question in our own way. So we have 3 different replies from 3 different perspectives or viewpoints. For me, I would say, "Oh, well, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear it's not working for you. But it really does work for everyone, whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it or not. And you may not be ready to enter that phase of your spiritual journey. So, you may need to do some healing. You may not be ready. We're all on our own journeys." Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good luck with that. I would try to keep it kind of like light and like, okay, well, whatever, you be you, I be me,
Mm-hmm.
Desiree, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. So yeah, we're always attracting things. We're always working with the law of attraction. I feel like this is just part of this reality. This is part of the universal laws, and we're just doing it. It's just an innate thing that we do. So whatever shows up, or whomever shows up in our lives, is a reflection of what we're carrying in our energetic bodies. So we may not be aware of the full extent of what we're carrying, because obviously it's an unfolding process. But it's really shows us that our surroundings really show us a reflection of what, for example, might need healing in order to attract a specific thing into our lives, in order to attract a better partner, or in order to attract better friends, a better friend circle, or in order to attract better situations with family. So what are we allowing into our energetic fields? What are we allowing to influence us also really contributes to what we're attracting or not attracting into our lives. So this is not just on an individual level. This is also works on a collective level as well. So if you're seeing some kind of theme happen with the collective, or some kind of theme happening with family, or whatever your friend circle, if you're very close with them, then that's that energy also. How about you, Maya?
So for me, if someone says the law of attraction isn't working for me, trust me, I get this a lot. People always says that to me. So I made it a question. My response is, oh, it's working. It's not working for you because your negative thoughts attract to negativity. So the outcome of the results that you are receiving are for what you sent out. Because with the law of attraction, there is no sides to the law of attraction. If you're attracted to negativity, the law of attraction will attract you to negativity. So if you're not getting that result of positive outcomes, it's because your energy, and when I'm not just talking about the energy, your thoughts, yourself inside is attracting to a lot of the negative stuff around you. So again, the results that you're receiving are what is from what you send out. And the law of attraction is activating, and it mirrors your own thoughts, your own actions, any intentions you had. That includes words, thoughts, anything that's coming in here back at you. So if you keep attracting to a negative belief, it's not working for me, then basically that's locking you in. That's kind of just blocking you, and it locks you like a prisoner. So the law of attraction, like, again, I'm just going to repeat, doesn't choose sides. It's based how you think and how you feel, and it acts on what you think consciously and feel consciously. Then it acts back as a mirror back to you. So with the law of attraction, if you want to track a lot of like, the positive things, it needs to come from in here and come from here. So then that will attract, because you'll know if you attract to negative or positive. I know, because when I'm trying to manifest something and negative outcome, and like, but I had the right positive. No, sweetie. Here, you was not positive. I'm like,
Yeah. Given that tough love.
Yeah, but you learn a lot. You learn a lot. Like, oh, I had to go. You'll hear it from your guys. Like, you got to go deeper. What? Deeper?
Yeah.
For me, yeah. Don't get disappointed. Like I would just tell people, don't get disappointed if you're learning to work with a law of attraction and you don't get the results. It's like being in the science. It's like at a science, you're doing a lab experiment and you keep doing it until you get the right formula. You will be disappointed the first few times, but every time you get disappointed, you get smarter, you get better at it, you move faster, then you get the concept. You're like, I get it. And then you'll get the formula just like right on. Like I'm not even like the best, but I'm on spot. So when I'm using the law of attraction, when I manifest and I'm like, oh, that's a shit show. it's like no, that I'm not getting it right. Yeah, you know why am I? Then when I don't get it right, because then it manifests wrong with the law of attraction. And then I look at myself like, well, what did I do wrong? And my spirit guide be like, well, yeah, you got some wounds right here. And that's why. Because when you have a wound also, and you're using the law of attraction trying to manifest, it touches the wounds and then it mirrors that wounds on you. And that's where you feel all that negativity from your wounds, like, run. Yeah, you ever feel like you manifest something and you see all that negativity come out and you're like, that's not me. Oh, you are so in denial. Like, and you see your own negativity come at you and you're like, oh my gosh, we have so much work to do here. Spirit, you and me, we got some. It's like you and yours. Like, we have a conversation and we are not done. We're gonna proceed, but we're having this conversation later offline. Like, with you guys. Anyway.
Yeah.
Question number 5. How to track the law of attraction in a positive way and move it into your direction? You shifting your thoughts and your belief systems. I'm just going to say this straight out. Get rid of the ugly belief systems. Just declutter it, cut it, do whatever. Just like, you know what? You're not for me. Okay? Just cut it. One belief system that I had to cut for the law of attraction to go my way, I'll tell you one was money. Okay. You believe money a certain way. So I had to cut the old belief system. Nope, not working. Decluttering. I don't want to track this negative belief system. So that's not going to work for me. So that's an example. Shifting your thoughts. So you're always shifting your thoughts. Sometimes you always have this negative thought about something. Let's just say we're talking about money. Oh, you have some negative thought about money. Just cut it. Cut that negativity, whatever that's coming your way. Just cut it and just, see it as a blessing. Like, you know what? I learned something. Shift your thoughts. Shift how you think, your perceptions, how you perceive things. Because sometimes we perceive it negatively. When I perceive something negatively in my thought, I just tell me, you know what? There's a wound right here. We got to fix this first. So again, shift your thoughts. Other ones is be open to communication, information. Information is always present. It's just how information is always present for us to learn. Just pay attention, because most of us will ignore and deny the information. We'll be in denial most of the time, and we're going to ignore the information because we want to. Okay, there's a thing with us as humans with information. We want to fight it. This is not right. We have this thing where when everything is truthful, we try to deny it and then try to rewrite the information. But the information, it's a thing we do. Be open to communication. Other ways to track the law of attraction is trusting yourself. It has to come from within, not here in the head, here, the heart. First, it starts with the heart. You want to start working, trusting yourself within your heart and slowly moving it into your, your head space into your body, because you want to embody trust. Because when you trust it deeply, everything just moves. It just moves smoother, much faster. Another one is stop blocking every door opportunity. I used to do that. I know. Every time there's like an opportunity, it's like, no. Every opportunity became no, but that every opportunity, and like, and I would complain to my guys, like, I didn't get an opportunity. They're like, yeah, oh yeah, we did. You just blocked it. It's like with money, like, they give you an opportunity of making money and you keep asking for it, and you're attracting to it. It's attracting to you, but you're blocking it. It's like gave you opportunity choices. Another one, stop fighting everything and be in acceptance of reality. I find that if you're more in acceptance of your reality, it's just much easier instead of like creating a reality that doesn't resonate with you. Stop fighting everything. Stop fighting your friends. Stop fighting.
Easier said than done.
Stop fighting it, and stop fighting it mentally. Like when I'm talking fighting, not just physically, but mentally. Stop fighting everything. Just like, you know what? Just stop and try to reverse it. Just have a positive thought in everything that happens. And then another one is have positive actions, positive thinking, be in the right mind, right action, which is right mind, right action means being in the right mind, such as have positive thoughts, and the right action is doing something that's in the right moral way instead of doing it for the wrong reasons. So those are ways to attract the law of attraction in a positive way and move it into your direction. So it's mostly about you. You have to basically shift your perspective, not seeing everything as negative, but even though it appears negative to you, but it's a wound or a growth and opportunity for you to expand. All right.
Awesome. So next question is, what are ways to heal with the law of attraction, and how do I know I'm connecting? So some ways to heal. Okay, so popular culture, they say, oh, you have to go for what you want to attract in life, whatever. No. Okay. Things are all about balance. So if you find that things are not quite working the way that you might want it to, surrender. Just surrender and be open to receiving. You don't have to always go for things all the time in order to attract things into our life in a more positive way. Just like Maya said, we have to stop. Just stop. Stop fighting. Stop going. Just pause. Pause for a second. Become aware of what's happening. Because we were taught to go on overdrive. We were taught to do, and not stop and pause, because that pause is actually very, very important. And it really helps us see, like, oh, what have I been doing this whole time? How was I just going like that, like a robot? Anyway, so it really helps us be open to receiving the information, the guidance that we need, be open to receiving the things that we actually want to attract in our lives. By doing the inner work. So be open to the advice and guidance that you're given. A lot of us like to feel like we're right, or that we are doing things to the best of our ability. We are, but sometimes we do need advice and guidance. Sometimes we do need to be put in our place by someone and say, hey, so you're doing this and that, and but it's kind of like we kind of feel like we're judged in a way, because yes, a lot of the times it does happen that way. But there are other perspectives that people have that we're not seeing. So it's really good to be open to the information that is coming your way, and learning how to trust in the process, to trust in whatever is coming to you is an opportunity for you to expand, grow, evolve, transform, and really get to know the law of attraction. And then also think more positively, or think more balanced in a balanced way. So, and if you are in that space of negativity, just surrender to that. And because it's when we surrender to it is when we can actually shift into a positive state. Otherwise, we're just holding on to it. So let go of judgment, let go of negative people, from telling you what's right or wrong for you, how you should think, how you should be, and all that stuff. Really get in touch with your intuitive sense, and your own judgment of things, but also, like I said, do a lot of surrendering too. A lot of surrendering. It's kind of like, okay, so not literally, but figuratively, do the opposite of what you're doing now. That is basically not attracting what you want to attract in your life. You might want to see the flip side of it. Yeah, so because there might be something that you're not seeing. So the signs that you are connecting are, when you see angel numbers, is what the spiritual community refers it to. So 444, 555, repeating numbers, or even just numbers that are significant to you, that mean that have a specific meaning for you. You might see messages. I see a lot of messages in my Pinterest board. Lots of quotes and pictures and all that stuff. My guides like to, because I actually pay attention to it. They like to communicate with me through social media. So that, and just like random words, like on the billboard or whatever, wherever that you see that you're like, we really have to pay attention to the subtlety. So when we are seeing those things, we are seeing the subtlety of all of these messages, like pictures, certain people coming to us and just relaying some kind of message. Buildings with once again, like the billboards, or just anything, any kind of like sign symbols of the universe. If you're recognizing those things, usually that means that you are in alignment. So, and another sign is that you feel just like this, like white light surrounding you, or just lighter energies surrounding you. You also have this like newfound enthusiasm. You're excited each day, and you're happy. You're connected with your heart. You're aligned with your heart's desires. And then another sign is that see that changes are happening, and they're happening slowly. It's kind of like the pre-fireworks to the so and then you are, so since you're in touch with your heart center, you can feel your heart pulsating with love. You can feel you feel the felt sense of what your heart is communicating to you.
There you go.
Yeah, it's the beat of the drum in your heart, right, Jill?
We know.
Right.
Jill's the drummer.
I'm the drummer.
Yeah.
Totally. Question 7. How does the law of attraction affect manifestation? So it's like this magic fertilizer. So it waters the manifestation like a nutrient, and we know that when we have plants, the nutrients are in like the water, in the soil, but the fertilizer takes it up the notch, takes it up the level. So when we plant seeds for manifestation and begin to grow the seeds of our dreams and desires, the law of attraction serves as a nutrient to nourish it. A plant doesn't grow on its own. It needs fertilizer, or the law of attraction. The law of attraction can shift your manifestation into full fruition or full blossom, like very potently. The law of attraction can expand it in deeper and more infinite ways beyond words or expression and into other realms. Sometimes the law of attraction amplifies the manifestation deeper, beyond what you even wanted, to be in line with your true nature underneath your physical body. This true nature comes from the depths of your soul, and the law of attraction blossoms. It goes beyond your reality and your original thought, in both good and bad ways.
Yes. Yeah, so basically with the law of attraction, so it goes the same thing with negative. So with positive, sometimes the law of attraction amplifies the manifestation deeper. So it's kind of like you had this original manifestation, right? Original manifestation, and sometimes it manifests further beyond your reality. Like it's kind of like you had an idea. Just example, you want to open a business and you say, I want to make a lot of money. Maybe $5 million. It works for me, and you start manifesting, and sometimes it goes 100 million. It's like, but okay, it's like okay, beyond what you expected, right? But that law of attraction is because the soul, it doesn't really come from their physical. It comes from the soul of the person who's opening that law of attraction for manifesting. So that means it came deeper from the soul. So in the same thing, so if you're attracting the positive, right, it goes beyond your way, beyond time and space, beyond your reality. So the same thing goes with negative, but it goes, the negative one, I would just say it doesn't feel that good. So you just have to be like, again, that's why I said, like, with law of attraction, you have to be mindful of your thoughts, mindful of your action, know your feelings and stuff like that. The law of attraction could shift your manifestation into full negative outcomes. It could expand the dark manifestation even deeper. So if you got wounds, if you have wounds here, it goes deeper into your wounds. It doesn't really help you. So please be in positive thoughts. This is due to negative intentions. So negative intentions such as, like, if you have an ill thought, ill heart, those are not with the best intentions, or negative feelings, or you're not even doing for the right reasons. So it doesn't always say negativity, but saying, like, I want to open a business and I want to make a lot of money because I never want to work again. But then in your energetic body, in your heart and space, that's not the real reason. So it hits where you're lying about, what you're deceiving yourself about. So sometimes it'll go deeper. Anyways, the soul can, so with that being said, the soul can experience we call it full negativity fruitation. Negativity fruitation means it blossoms fully, but in a negative way, and it can go beyond what you wanted and beyond the physical reality. So this could be like, you wanted to have a baby, but then it didn't turn out the way, you wanted to have a baby, and then it didn't turn out the way, like, like everything is terrible, not like having a baby, but like you want to have a lot of children, then it's not as what you think, where all your children's going to listen to you. So it's kind of like, or it can blossom into where it could hurt you, or it can hurt your loved ones and stuff like that. So again, it can blossom negative shadow manifestation into full fruitation, where it can blossom beyond your. So this is if you have an original creative idea and it didn't go the way it wants. So it goes deeper, which is you see something that's, what I'd say, painful, very painful. Sometimes these negative and seeds of shadows and manifestation can destroy you. Just to note that it could pull people away from you. You could lose jobs, lose money. There could be financial setbacks. Like there could be lawsuits and stuff like that. So the law of attraction affects manifestation. The law of attraction affects manifestation, and that's going to be based on you. And the law of attraction, it mirrors what you put in it. So the thing about law of attraction, as we know it, it doesn't choose good or bad. It's actually you who mirror that energy out. Right.
Yes. So our next question is, can we use the law of attraction for money besides manifestation? So yes, it can be used for many things. The law of attraction is used mostly for manifestation and abundance. That's what lots of people use law of attraction for: money and feeling a sense of abundance. But yeah, just like with all the things that we've talked about, there are so many things that we can use the law of attraction for. So moving on to the next question. What are our favorite tools for using the law of attraction for our dreams and desires? So we're each going to answer this. And so for me, I'm going to be Jill for a second. Jill. Soul work. Jill, it's your favorite. No, I'm just saying like soul work, right? Like doing the soul work. That's what I meant. Yeah. So a lot of the times I do find that when I am trying to attract something into my life, there's soul work that's involved. And so it's not that it's my favorite, but it actually is at the same time, because it's like, in order to attract something that you truly want and desire, and its true form, not something that's attached to something else, you have to let go of something that might be affecting it in a more negative manner. So what I do, I really try to go into soul work and try to reflect on what I'm putting out there. And so whether that be in meditation space or actually I go into meditation space for that a lot. So and that's actually like my top favorite right now. But I do enjoy playing with it, whether that be like dancing or I don't know, like I play with expressions. As well, and it really helps me figure out like what I'm putting out there when it's coming into this material reality with expression. So that, and yeah, I think that's it. I mean, I mostly what I've been playing with now is just meditation. Not that I'm playing. Sometimes I'm playing, is meditation, and really getting into the heart space in that way, really getting to know myself on a deeper level, and really getting to know what my actual dreams and desires are, instead of like what my mind is telling me, or what is commonly accepted by society and culture, and whatever I'm going into, what is commonly accepted there. So it's more of like, yes, how can I get into my heart space? How can I feel centered in there, and then work from there, instead of going into the mind space or going into some kind of fear-based mentality. So yeah, how about you, Jill?
Well, for me, yeah, meditation works as well. But to me, as long as I'm grounded and relaxed and feeling love in my heart, I can just go into this little daydream mode, and I connect with my little girl inside. And sometimes we play little games. And one of the games we play is I miniaturize myself, and I go in, I miniaturize myself, and I go down into my heart, and I walk into my heart like it's a room. And I just kind of sit there on the floor of my room, my heart, and I just say, okay, self, what is your wildest dream? Like, what is your wildest kind of desire? And just kind of see what comes out. That's what I do. I just daydreaming.
All right. So for me, one of my favorite tools for using the law of attraction for my dreams and desires. So most common tool is meditate. So for me, I meditate. Then I inhale, and then I exhale, of course. I listen to the inner voice. Then I access into my soul's dreams and desires. Sometimes I access into my blueprint and my soul print. So I access into my soul print and my blueprint is because I don't know, I'm a person where I access to it every day, and I just like looking at it. It's so weird. It's like I like looking at my soul print and blueprint, like, I don't know, you know, like the person who likes to just look at stuff, but you're not doing anything. Just like, okay, I'm looking I see we have some problems, technical problems that we need to work on. So that's what I do. I access them to my soul dreams and desires, because I know my true desires plus my fake desires, because like I know I have layers of desires where it's like true desires I want, and these are just like false desires I think I want, but I really don't want. And then these dreams and desires are, the ones that are my true dreams and my true desires are my main goals that I want to accomplish here as spirit and physical. Some desires are something that some desires I'll just tell is like, I think I want it, but truly I don't want it. It's just meant for spirit. It's not for here physically. So for me, it's like, is this dream and desire able to manifest here in 3D? No. Okay. Next one. This one? No. Until if I know it's something that I can believe, then I'm going to access into it. So I connect to the feeling. When I know what my dreams or desires are, I connect to feeling the power of the law of attraction. So it's very important for me to connect to feeling the power of the law of attraction, because like if I'm connecting to my dream,
I think Maya froze.
She is frozen.
She's frozen. Oh dear. Okay.
She just got all that passion with this fiery energy. It's just setting off her connection. It's a lot of energy.
All right. Well,
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right, so maybe Maya will. Can you text Maya off the side to see if just let her know she's frozen?
Yeah, sure. Okay. You're frozen, Maya.
There, she dropped off.
Oh, so she got disconnected.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll wait until she hops back on.
But yeah, let's
Right?
maybe in the meantime we can talk a little bit about our next series. And
there she is.
She is. Oh, okay.
Yeah. One of my kids, they accidentally touched the internet. So, anyways, okay. So back to what I was saying. It's like for me, it's important to connect to the power of the law of attraction, because like when I'm connecting to the power of law of attraction, and if I don't feel it, then that means that I'm not connected to it. When you could feel the power of law of attraction around you, then you know that you're connected to it. So for me, when I know that I'm connected to the law of attraction and I know what my dreams and desires, and then that's when I start planting them with the power of the law of attraction. And when that happens, I surrender it to fully. And then I start planting the seed of, my desire. And then it's like, I activate you, ready to open this doorway, blah, 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 blah. Like my mumbo jumbo. So that's how I kind of do it. I just wanted to tell people how I would do it. And then you can, figure out how you want to do it. But my tool usually is meditation and breathing through it as I'm doing a soul journey through the power of my breath through my own will. So that is just saying that instead of doing like a shamanic journey or a soul journey, going deep into doing my soul work, I do it easier way, which is just meditation and just breathing in, just focusing more on breath. And when I'm focusing more on my breath and I'm focusing more like, okay, this is my dreams, this is my desires, I go into like a meditation state, like this is what I want. And this is where I'm going to activate this and do this and this. And this is what I want. But then I'm doing it through the power of my breath, through my own will. So anyways, all right. So it seems like we have a few minutes. So you guys have any stories about manifesting crazy stuff with the law of attraction?
Good question.
Well, I definitely know when it's bad. When bad stuff comes back, it's like, oh, that's obvious. Oh,
or
that's
advice.
obvious.
Or advice about it.
Yeah.
what are some advice you guys would say that what would some advice about the law of attraction and manifesting together? Your advice.
I would say be cautious and be heart-centered. Just be very cognizant of your motivations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would say to really get to know what the law of attraction is. I find that when we, and very generally speaking, the laws of the universe, because that has helped me understand the law of attraction, just delving deeper into the very like higher, I don't want to say higher, but I guess like broader perspective of what's happening, like how this reality works, and then relating it to your experiences. So it's like, so what's taking a step back, for sure, taking a step back, surrendering to the moment, and really looking at it from an outside, I mean, not an outside, I guess, an objective, there you go, objective perspective. And yeah, that's mine. How about you, Mai?
My advice for people who want to manifest using the law of attraction: don't let your head get ahead of you. Your mind could get you in a lot of trouble because our thoughts, our thoughts are accessing with other people's thoughts. We're always sharing thoughts, sharing collectives. And because we're always sharing thoughts, and you could come into a thought and you're connected with somebody, or you saw something amazing and you could be inspired and you could start manifesting, co-creating it, and then it's but then it doesn't, it's not in an alignment with you, and it could go all wrong. So my point is, our thoughts could be influenced by many things, and sometimes things are not meant for us that we don't want. And sometimes it's not just those, but just be cautious with your thoughts, because your thoughts could hey, because I get this all the time where my thoughts are hey, we should do this, oh, we should co-create this, let's do this and this, but then you don't realize the process. Oh
yeah,
that's a long ways, the process, but that's what you say. The law of attraction, I just say one of my tips I would just say is always be focused, clear-minded, mindful. If you're having things where having things I'd say mindfulness, and make sure you clear your space and making sure this is what you kind of want, because sometimes you might manifest something and you think it's a great idea and you want to use a law of attraction to pull it your way, and it turns out you didn't want that. So for example, I'll set you an example. You want to open a business, right? Great. You open a business and then you're I don't want to do this shit anymore. Yeah, so that's just thing. But for the law of attraction, I would say that we could use it in many ways. I do tell people that I use the law of attraction for my shadow work, to help me move more of the stuff out. I also use the law of attraction because for here, we're dreamers and we're all manifesting something. We're always manifesting things. So you don't always have to do abundance or, stuff like that. You probably want to manifest something in yourself. So I'm a person who likes to manifest things through me, which is shadow work. I don't like this voice and I wish to change it. That was me. So I manifested this voice. But again, it's not always shadow work. People don't think that it was shadow work. It's not always shadow work. You have to manifest it. So if you want sometimes manifestation is not always abundance and stuff. That could be applied to your own body, which is if you want something, you have to kind of manifest it. So you can use the law of attraction, say, you know what? I want to manifest a voice. A beautiful voice, abundant voice that works for me. So again,
did you freeze?
Oh, I didn't freeze. Did you freeze?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. anyways, the law of attraction. I should make a funny video. So lately I've been into this TikTok where they give me ideas like you should make funny videos, Maya. And I'm like, I don't know about law of attraction. Like law of attraction coming at you. And like that negative law of attraction. So it's like there's some negative law of attraction coming. and then like the good law of attraction like energizes you, like, oh yeah.
That's great.
But,
Maya, I never thought of using the law of attraction for shadow work. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I use it for shadow work. It's like if you want to peel an old shadow view and you want to open a new piece of you and you want to bring something out of you. But yeah, you can use it for shadow work to help you too. Because again,
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Did you get frozen again?
I think so. Yeah.
Maya. Okay.
All right. Well, yeah, let's a quick little blurb on let's talk about the retreat for a little bit. We
Yes,
just announced
for
yesterday on the new moon that we are having a retreat in British Columbia, Canada for the summer solstice. And we wanted to just kind of say how excited we are about it. And there'll be more information coming all the time about it. We're just going to start kind of like getting it out there and sharing the info and talking about it more and more. We may even do one live on it next, soon. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. It's a really nice spot, the Dead Lake Nature Retreat, and so we're gonna really be connecting. They say that, not that they say, but actually the energy level of that specific area is pretty high and potent. So it really brings us great opportunity for connection, healing, expansion, and transformation. So just being there is going to bring some transformations, but to have our guidance along with that is going to be, it's going to be good for the people who are going to be coming to join us. So so this location is off grid. So we are going to be encouraged to really connect within and disconnect from any kind of influences, noise, outside world stuff, and be surrounded by nature. All the animals and the trees and the water and the mountains and stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, it'd be good. Yeah. This be good if you're kind of like a person who needs to have a quiet space or away from like EMFs or all those negative energy. And it's really good once in a while just for yourself to give that space, giving your body a quiet space, not space just for the body, but spirit, body, energetically around just your head. So this is like a good time to just kind of reset and, regenerate everything. And just then after a great rest, then just coming back to society. Anyways, so I think next week, so we're starting a new series. And it's going to be, so we've decided to do spiritual lifestyle series. And I think our first series is it detoxification, right? Lifestyle, spiritual detoxification. And then, so next week we'll start with lifestyle detoxification. So that's kind of like a spiritual detox. So come join us next week, joining us learning about spiritual detox. And there's just a lot of information. I have a lot of experience with spiritual detox. So if you have questions, ask. It's like I always
Yes.
have like an idea. I like from like spirit detox, which is like cleaning your house. You got to clean your house if you want. Like I mean, besides like cleaning your house, spiritual detox, cleansing your body. That's a spiritual detox. Food, cleansing your food. Cleaning the countertops, making sure that it's clean, detoxing your closet. Those are spiritual lifestyle detox. Spiritual detox is not just like, hey, I cleanse myself. I'm incensing. I'm putting sage all over. That's not enough. Sometimes spiritual detox is a lifestyle. I usually say it's a lifestyle because it's everything that's around you. You do it physically and then mentally also. All right. So I'll see you guys. I'll see you next Wednesday.
Awesome.
Bye.
I'll see you then. Bye.